Hey kids, welcome back to our series. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. I cannot wait to learn about today's crazy story. But before we get started, I have a question for you. Have you ever had a friend who decided to not be your friend anymore? Maybe you had a friend who talked bad behind your back to other people. Have you ever had that happen to you? I know it's happened to me and it hurts so bad. I don't like it when people talk bad about me. But when someone quits on you or is not faithful to you anymore, it really hurts. Friends are supposed to be faithful. Not only that, Christians are supposed to be faithful. We can't just quit on our friends and families when the circumstances get hard. Today, we are learning about a story about someone who did something pretty crazy to demonstrate her faithfulness. And we're gonna find out more about that in a bit. But first, I want us to check out this video to help you understand what our lesson is all about.
Greetings everyone! Welcome to another week of I Know It Sounds Crazy, but It's True. Once again, I am your host, Josh, and my friends and
I'm more of an acquaintance than a friend.
are leading you through the weirdest, most bizarre,
Whoa, baby!
and craziest stories of the Bible. You know something that's really crazy?
What I have locked down in the basement. Quiet, Boris!
No, crazier than that.
The fact that I can make my ears whistle?
Impressive, but no. Crazier than that.
The rash on my foot that's in the shape of a monkey?
Ew. No.
My baby sister!
I didn't know you had a sister. Hello! Ugh. No, not even that. I'm talking about love.
Hello.
Now, I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. Love is an incredibly powerful force. In fact, God's love can change the world, especially through the love of a friend. Today in your lesson, you're gonna learn about two women, Ruth and Naomi, found in the book of Ruth. Their friendship and their love for one another was so strong that it's crazy. I'm not talking about romantic love. And I'm not talking about like, oh, I love cheeseburgers.
What do you have against cheeseburgers?
Nothing.
Oh, I think they're disgusting.
What is wrong with you?
Still trying to figure it out.
Anyway, we're talking about a different kind of love. True, real, godly love. And that is rewarded by God. You're gonna find out more about it in today's lesson.
I love you guys!
We love you too, buddy.
Y'all are gonna make me cry.
Okay, guys, settle down. Professor, I would love for you to hit the button.
I feel so warm and tingly.
I would love to get out of here.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Faithfulness means that you'll stick with someone or something until the end. You are going to be a person who follows Jesus. You must demonstrate the characteristics of faithfulness. You're going to learn more about Ruth and Naomi in today's Bible story. But right now, we need to check out with our friend Disco Dave because he's going to teach you what you gotta know. Oh, sorry. Bye.
Yo, what's happening, you crazy cats? It's me, Disco Dave, and I'm here to tell you what you gotta know. Today, we're here to talk about how to be a faithful friend. So today, every time you hear somebody ask you what you gotta know, you tell them, I will be a faithful friend. Sometimes life gets rough. It would be easy to quit on our friends. I don't wanna be your friend no more. It's too hard. That's not what God wants us to do. We gotta be faithful to our friends and family, even when the times get hard. So today, every time you hear somebody ask you what you gotta know, you tell them, I will be a faithful friend. And that right there is what you gotta know. I'm Disco Dave saying, Dynamite!
Today's Bible story is a little different. We've been learning about Bible stories that seem crazy, but this is a story that's a little bit different. This one demonstrates some crazy love. It is found in the book of Ruth. There was a horrible famine that hit the land of Israel, and there was hardly any food to eat. So many families left the country of Israel and went to the neighboring countries to try and survive. We are learning about one of those families today, the family of an old woman named Naomi and her husband Abimelech. They, along with their 2 sons, left Israel in search of food. When they arrived in the foreign country, the sons decided to marry 2 young women from the new country. Their names were Orpah and Ruth. Sadly, things didn't go as they expected. Abimelech died, and so did his 2 sons. This was a very sad day for Naomi and her 2 daughters-in-law, Ruth and Orpah. They buried their husbands, cried some tears. As you can imagine, what would be like for 3 men to lose their husbands all at once. It was horrible. Naomi, the mother-in-law, spoke to Ruth and Orpah. All right, she told them, "The Lord has provided for our people back at home in Israel, and there is food now, so I'll be moving back to my home country." Naomi encouraged Ruth and Orpah to stay behind to find new husbands so they could be taken care of. She didn't want them to have to go with her to her home country where they didn't know anybody and they would be strangers to the land. Orpah decided that she would take Naomi's advice, and she stayed in the land that she grew up in. Ruth, on the other hand, had a different plan. She knew that Naomi was old and could not make the journey to Israel on her own. She knew that Naomi would need someone to help her out. Ruth understood that faithfulness is an important character trait of a follower of God that they must have. So she told Naomi through tears, all right, she said, "Wherever you go, I will go. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God." Naomi was so thankful for Ruth's faithfulness. They set out on the long journey back to Israel. Ruth had demonstrated tremendous faithfulness even when things got tough. All right, in our lesson today, you are going to learn about how to be faithful and how God rewards faithfulness.
I like to cook tacos like soup. Oh, hey boys and girls, it's me, Teriyaki, and I was just getting ready to cook up something tasty for my restaurant, Nice Rice. As you know, I'm kind of famous for getting things scrambled. Well, today's power verse is extra scrambled, and I need your help. Let's take a look at it. A friend is always a brother, and loyal is born to help in time of Proverbs. Need 17:17. This is not right. Very mixed up. Kinda like that time I made lemonade with tomato juice. Oh, spicy. Okay, boys and girls, I need your help getting this unscrambled. Let's look at it together. A friend is always a brother. Wrong. I have lots of friends that are not my brothers. Let's move a brother over. And loyal is born. Okay, I don't think that makes sense. Loyal isn't born. Should we move loyal over too? Good idea. Okay, let's start over. A friend is always blank. Oh! Maybe that's where the word loyal goes. Yes, and blank is born to help in time of Proverbs. Needs 17:17. Oh, I think there may be 2 words there we need to swap. Which ones do you think need to be swapped? Yep, let's try swapping Proverbs and need. Great! And that means there's only one choice for the blank spot. A brother. Yes, that's it. I think we have it. Let's try saying it all together on the count of 3. So stand up and say it with me. 1, 2, 3. A friend is always loyal, and a brother is born to help in time of need. Proverbs 17:17. That's a great power verse. Let's make sure we can remember it so next time we don't get it mixed up in our brains. Stand up again and let's say it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. A friend is always loyal, and a brother is born to help in time of need. Proverbs 17:17. Great job, boys and girls. Now, I've got to get back to deep frying this soup. The customers are waiting. Until next time, this is Teriyaki saying, I put the oops in soups.
I hope you guys loved our power verse this week. It's such a great verse. Now, have you guys ever played the game Follow the Leader? All right, you know, it's the first one that says, I want you to do this, then you follow through, or if someone does jumping jacks, you have to do jumping jacks, right? All right, well, when I was a kid, every time we played Follow the Leader, everyone wanted to be the leader. They wanted to be the one that led everyone else around, and they wanted to be the one who made all of the choices and had all of the other players follow them. It was amazing that no one ever wanted to be the follower. They always wanted to be the leader. And it's that way in life as well. Many people want to be the leaders. They want to tell others what to do, to set the path for others, and have other people follow their lead. It is a lot of fun being a leader. But the truth is, if you want to be a good leader, then first you have to be a good follower. Ruth is someone, as you will find out more as we study her life, who ended up being a strong leader. But in our Bible story today, we discovered that she started out as a great follower. She demonstrated a crazy love and faithfulness as she followed her mother-in-law Naomi back to Naomi's home country of Israel. We can learn some important lessons from Ruth's action in our Bible story. The first one is, crazy love is faithful, even when it's hard. Ruth was fully committed to Naomi. She chose to follow Naomi even though all of the ups and downs of life. Naomi gave Ruth the opportunity to leave her. Naomi told Ruth to stay behind and to find a new husband so that she would not have to make the hard trip back to Israel. But Ruth said, wherever you go, I will go. And even when it meant facing danger on the trip back to Israel, Ruth was faithful to Naomi. If you are going to be a faithful follower of God, you have to be faithful. There will be many opportunities to quit. Tough times will come. It may get really hard in your family and friendships, but don't quit. Demonstrate some crazy love and stay faithful. All right, the second thing I want to teach you guys is crazy love is faithful even when others aren't. It didn't matter that Orpah decided to leave Naomi. Ruth chose to be faithful anyway. Even though she was going to be the only daughter-in-law traveling back to Israel, Ruth chose to be faithful. Her crazy love led her to be faithful even when Orpah wasn't. Sometimes you might be the only one to be faithful in your friends. Everyone else may decide not to be friends with them anymore, but you must remain faithful even when others are not. Demonstrate crazy love and be faithful until the end. Why is it so important to be faithful? Why is it so important to demonstrate crazy love? It's because the third thing I want to show you guys today is crazy love is rewarded by God. It's true. When you are faithful as a follower, God rewards you big time, like big time. Jesus taught in Matthew 25 that when you are faithful with a little, God will make you a ruler over much. When you are faithful to God, your family, and your friends, God will reward you with His blessings. We must learn more about the blessings that Ruth received as we continue to learn about her life in our lesson next week. But trust me, she was rewarded big time, and you will be rewarded too if you are faithful. Thank you guys for tuning in this week, and I'm so excited. If you want to see more awesome videos, you can tune in on YouTube at Meadowbrook Kids Online. We're going to have awesome, crazy interviews there, or you can listen to our Bible stories or anything else that we have posted online. I hope to see you guys soon.